Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today's video is this cute little gift bag that contains a little bag of dried lavender. So these are lovely for just putting in a drawer to scent that, or hanging in a car, whatever. My room smells deliciously of lavender at the moment. This project is actually what we made at our in-person classes, and I have sent out kits to various people for the same project. And our kit comes with all the bits that you need, already mainly pre-scored, and a set of instructions. So I will have a link to my blog post in this video, and it will have this PDF instruction sheet for you as well. So it gives you all of the measurements there should you wish to recreate this project. So once again, I'm using the Perennial Lavender suite. Absolutely loving this suite. If you saw yesterday's blog, you will have seen this card there. Uses the same suite. It's just amazing. Love it. So let's make another one of these. So the piece of card that I have provided in the kits is 7 inches by 5 3/4, which means that I can get 2 from a sheet of very vanilla cardstock. I have scored the long side at 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 5 1/2 and 6 1/2. And then I've scored the short side at 1 inch and 4 3/4. Then I turned it around again to score just along the top, from the top to that first horizontal score line, so just an inch down, and that is scored at 2 3/4 inches and at 6 inches there. Okay, so we also need to add in some diagonal score lines, but I'm going to just burnish these first because I think it makes it easier to see where the score lines are, especially for you. There we are. Okay, now I want to score from the bottom of that score line there, that small one, down to this point here, and same to this point here, and do the same on that panel there. So just using a ruler, line up the edge of your ruler with the bottom of that bit, that short score line, and to the corner of that score line there. Okay, so just giving that extra little line in there, and again lifting it up for me means that I can kind of see where the score line really is. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does make a difference to give you that nice neat edge on there. Okay, so we've done that one. Just do the same, finding your points to add that score line in there, and a wee bit too far over that way. There we go. And it doesn't matter if you go too far up, because we're going to cut all of that bit off, and I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so the cutting, we've got those panels there, so we've got that top piece with the extra little score lines, and I'm going to cut from the side that has the 1/2 inch panel right the way along to the first score line that way. Okay, so that's us right to that edge, and then I'm going to cut down there and remove all of that. There we go. Okay, and then along the bottom we're just cutting up all of those score lines to the first horizontal score line, just as normal. Okay, and I'm going to take a little wedge off that and take that little one off completely with a little wedge out there. Okay, wedge the squares, turn them into flower pots, and leave those rectangles as they are. Alright, so we now look like that. You can also take a little bit off there, which I forgot to do on the instructions. Now, at this point, it's easier to try and burnish those diagonal score lines. So what I suggest you do is line up your ruler with the score line that you already created, and then just fold your card over it that way, and then do the same, lining it up. I really should have my glasses on for this, it might help. Oh, that's much better. Line up your ruler and just fold it over like that. Okay, and then you can sharpen those creases once you've done that with your bone folder to get it really, really crisp. Okay, so that's one done, and then we want to do the other one. So again, just lining it up with your crease, fold it over, line it up your crease, and fold that over, and then you can give it a good old press, like so. That's the cutting done. We want to do a little bit of decoration next, and in the packs I've given a piece to do a sentiment on, and I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper for the front and the back, and then I have some die cut pieces and a little bit of linen thread. So in the class we used this fabulous Very Best Trio punch to decorate the corners, just as a little bit of an extra. So obviously if you don't have that punch, you can skip this step, or you could round the corners if you've got a corner rounder. But if you do have this punch, here's my tips. Have it with that right angle there, and then press it right in the middle. So you've slid that in right up to, there's a little stopper either side there, right in the corner, and press it right in the middle. Because it's a trio punch, lots of people are tempted to try and just push it at the sides. Push it in the centre, and then fold that over and pop it back in exactly the same way. Press it down, and then that way you've got exactly the same pattern either side there, because you can do it so that the right angle is at that side and you'll get a different profile. Okay, you see that? So whichever way you have it, continue to keep it that way. We need a piece of paper to put on there, and we want to have the same profile cut on there. This piece needs to be glued on essentially upside down. Okay, so the pattern, the leaves are going that way, and you want to cut those bits. Okay, so pop that in there, and once again flip it around, straight down, and then that will fit in nicely on there. Okay, so I'm just going to add all of those pieces of designer series paper just now, and then we can do the construction, just gluing it all together, and then a little bit more decoration. So this is the back piece, and I'm just trying to get it with a similar border all the way around. Just add this little piece on at the same time, and again just lining it up so that you've got a nice even border all the way around. Give it a little press, and last bit of designer series paper. I actually love this other side as well. Such pretty paper. I don't think there's a single design in the pack that I don't love. So with this suite I have made various cards now, and a tea bag holder as well. So fold that, little glue on that side tab there, and then fold that down, give that a little press, hold it for a moment, let it set. I like to fold it over the other way and give it a press as well. Okay, so then to do the base, so this is my front. I'm moving that back panel forward, little bit of glue on that side tab, and glue both of those down like so, and then glue on this piece and roll that forward, so you've got a nice edge there, and all of your joins are at the back. Okay, so use your bone folder or something to just press that all down inside. There we have it. At this point, pop your little bag of lavender in. Don't be like some people in the class that did all the decoration, did all the tying, and then went, oh, I forgot my lavender. It's fine, we just untied and did it again. Okay, now you've got that in, I have, now I think this was 30, yeah, 30 inches. Hold that in place, leave a bit to tie your bow, and then just wrap that around twice, and then tie that bow that we already mentioned. I'm going to hold that in place. I don't have enough fingers today, it's not working. There we go. You can take that out now. Little bow. So on my original one I did actually have the linen thread going around 3 times, and then when I realised how many packs I had to make up and calculated how much linen thread I had, realised it wasn't going to work, so we went down to 2. Sorry. And I've forgotten. I should have put the die cuts on first. I'm just going to slide that over there so I don't have to take it off again. Right, so the die cuts, totally up to you how you arrange them. I just snip them down a bit. a little bit shorter anyway, and just use a tiny little bit of glue on the back, like so. Doesn't have to be on all of the bits, just enough to keep it there. I've just got glue on that. There we are. That was just a dried up baby wipe. Nothing fancy. And I think everybody in the class last week, well, it wasn't last week, it was just Wednesday, did something slightly different with their decoration, which is what I love to see. Yes, I like to make up the packs according to my design, but I love it when other people come up with something different / better. Don't want cookie cutters, you want creativity. Okay, so centered that string, sorry, linen thread again, and then we've got our little piece to do a sentiment with, and I used Big Hugs from Perennial Postage as one of the stamps, and then we also I used that one from Painted Lavender. I'm going to use that one this time. And I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape for the Big Hugs. Someone in the class actually put their sentiment on that way as well, so that's another alternative for you. Oops. Let's press that down properly, Heather. Big Hugs. And on that one I used Fresh Freesia. I am on this one going to use, if I can get into it, Highland Heather. Gorgeous. And you could, there's also a little butterfly in here. Let me just get another block. Try to see which one would fit in. Probably just a small one. So I'm not bothering masking my stamp. I'm just using the edge to just ink up the small butterfly there. Cute! And put that on there with dimensionals, and we just kind of put them at the side. I've got some minis here. I'll make sure I've got it the right way. There we go. Take the backings off. And pop that over there, and that means that whoever receives this can just untie the get into that and find out what their lovely little gift is. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to click on that subscribe button. And I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone that has subscribed so far. Absolutely delighted to have just surpassed 2,000 subscribers. You've no idea how happy it made me. So thank you to each and every one of you. And until the next time, please do take care. Bye-bye.